Hi, this is Alethea Setzer, and I'm going to teach you how to make a super quiz with Google Forms. Your first step is to go into your Charleston County Gmail account. Go to the upper right-hand corner and click the waffle. You're going to scroll down, click More, and look for Forms. If you don't see Forms, click on Even More from Google, and Forms will be there. Mine is here because I use it a lot. Then after you are in Forms, you are going to choose the template that says Blank Quiz from the template gallery. You can actually make one from scratch and make it into a quiz later using the settings. The first thing I like to choose is the color or the background of my quiz, and it will adjust all the way throughout, or you can add an image to the top of your quiz. There are some preloaded images. The first time you use this program, it will take a while for the preloaded images to come up. I usually go through Work and School and choose one of those and select. It will change this theme throughout your quiz. Or you could also upload your own photo using the same steps, except on the bottom left, you click Upload Photos. And then it lets you choose the section of the picture that you'd like. It needs to be 800 by 600. You can search the internet for headers. That is a little bit helpful. It will still cut it off just a little bit, but it might add something to your quiz. If you're doing a math quiz, you may want math pictures at the top. Then we're going to give our quiz a name. And my first question, I always like to be student's name, so I can keep up with who is taking it. Now, Google was smart enough to know, since I asked for a name, to ask for a short answer as the response. You obviously don't need an answer key for their name because everyone will enter different names, and then click Required so that they have to enter that. Now I want another question, so I'll click the Add button to add question 2. Again, I gave it a number on here. It's actually question number 1. If Superman put 2 bad guys in jail every day for 1 week, how many bad guys did he put in jail in all? So we will give it some answers. You can always add other if you want them to have to write in a different answer. Then we're going to go to the bottom and make it required, and then click on Answer Key. On Answer Key, you will give it a certain number of points. I'm only going to have 3 questions, so I'm going to give it 33 points. You probably wouldn't have a quiz with only 3 questions. And then you're going to click which one of those is the correct answer so that Google knows. You can also add answer feedback if you wanted to say, for incorrect answer, you'd want to say, make sure you read the question. Maybe for a correct answer, you would say, great job, and then click Save. And it gives you those options. You can edit those with the pencil button, or you can trash them with the trash can button. Then I want to add another question for number 2. I would click plus. For sake of time, I have already typed my questions. You may want to do that as well. Question 2. Wonder Woman has 225 lassos. She loaned 25 of them to Aquaman, but they were ruined by the salt water. I hate when that happens. How many does she have left? So maybe this one we'd like to make a drop-down question. Option 1 might be that she has 200 lassos. Option 2 might be that she has 250. Option 3 might be that she has none left. Then we're going to make it required. We are going to choose an answer key. We are also going to give this one 30 points, which I know is ridiculous, but we're trying to save time here. Now we want a third question, so we're going to click plus, and we're going to add our third question. You do not have to copy and paste. You can type these directly in. I am doing this for sake of time. And let's make this one a checkbox answer. So option 1, if Flash leaves Central City at 9 a.m., it takes him 3 hours to run around the Earth. What time did he finish? So let's give the kids some interesting answers that they may pick. just as you would do on any quiz that you would create. Sometimes it takes a minute for this to load. While I'm waiting on that to load, I'd like to show you if I decided, oh, I'd really like the flash question up here. You can just click on the 6 dots right here and move it, which is pretty cool. Once you move it over it, you can see you get the 4-way arrow, and we can change the order of the questions, which is always nice. Oh, we don't want it to be question 1. There we go. So question number 3, let's see if it will let us add some more answers now. There we go. Oh, my internet's being picky, so we're just going to move on. Make it required. Click the answer key. Choose the number of points. Now we're going to make this one 34, so it will add nicely to 100. And we're going to click the correct answer. And again, you could give answer feedback if you like. Now, if you wanted to make another section on your test, you could click here to add a section. Maybe you're reviewing for MAP. You have a math section at the top and a reading section at the bottom. You could do that. And then you go, oh, no, I really don't want that other section. I'm going to delete it, or I can merge it with the section above. So there are a lot of things you can play around with here. Also, you can go to the settings screen and say if you want to collect the email addresses of everyone that takes this, you can limit it to 1 response. I would definitely do that if you are doing this as a quiz for kids. You can restrict it to Charleston County users. It may be nice for their parents to be able to see the quiz question, so you may want to uncheck that box. But I do limit to 1 response so the kids can take it several times, or maybe you do want them to take it several times to keep reviewing until they get the questions right. Presentation. I like seeing a progress bar at the bottom of the screen so I know how many questions I have left. Now in our 3-question quiz, that's not a huge deal, but a longer quiz, you probably want that because you've got the kid that's always asking, how many questions do I have left? Shuffle the question order is a great thing to do if you've got kids that sit in close proximity to each other. However, it will shuffle the name question, so if that bothers you, you would not want to do shuffle question order. The confirmation message is what they'll get when they're done with the quiz. Maybe you want to tell them to, now you may read to self, whatever their next step might be. And then on quizzes button, you can say, make this a quiz. This is where you would change it. If you first had a Google form and then you went, oh, I wish I had made that a quiz. I didn't click the right template. You just go to the quizzes section under settings and make this slider bar a quiz. Immediately release the grade after each submission. That means you didn't have any essay questions to read. You just really are ready for that grade to go ahead and be submitted. And make sure you click Save. Then we want to send this quiz to our class. How in the world do we get this quiz to our kids? Well, we're going to click Send. And if it's a colleague and you're sending it around to staff members, someone with email, or older kids that use their emails, you could just type their email address and send it to them. You can even write a message. And you could include the form in the email, or they could go to Google Forms to take it. That is up to you, and you could send it. The other option, and the one I use most with my kids in my class, is I click Send, and then I go to Link, and then I like to shorten the URL just so it makes it a little bit easier, and then I'm going to copy that link, and then I'll put it in Google Classroom, and the kids can click on it and take the form right there. You can also embed the form into a blog site or a website, so that's always nice as well. You can share it on Facebook, Twitter, or in your Google circles. For sake of time, I'm going to just send it to my email account, which it should be there. It is not. Let me try that again. There we go. And send. And so now I've got 2. Look, it pushed both of them. So in your email, it will look just like this. They can fill it out right in their email, which I found is very beneficial if you're sending it to teachers. They don't like to click outside links, but kids don't mind either way. If you fill it out in Google Forms, you'll see your pretty background that you entered. It looks a little nicer. So we can actually fill it out right here. The kids can pick an answer. Let's see what happens if we pick the right answer, and let's see what happens if we pick the wrong answer. Oops, that's not the wrong answer. And then click Submit. And then it says, super job on the quiz. That's the response I entered in my quiz to show up for them. Now, very important for kids, you must tell them to click View Your Score. If they don't, they have no idea what they made on their quiz until you tell them. So if you click View Your Score, then they can see, they can go back and look. Oh, I got that question wrong. Why did I get it wrong? There's the correct answer, and it gives the feedback on each question. And it looks like I forgot to mark the correct answer here, so we will go back and edit that right now in our quiz. So let's go back, and we're going to edit by clicking on it first, and then give it an answer key. I thought I clicked 0 on that. I did not. There we go. Whoops, I clicked 2 right answers, so you can click more than one. And I need to give it points. I did give it points. And now my quiz should be corrected. But the kids get to see the answers. They get to see what they needed to do to make it correct. And then after they have submitted it, you will see on the Responses tab everything the kids have done, which is really nice. It's a great feature. You could know right away, oh, the kids are having problems with subtraction and regrouping, or they're having problems with fractions. You can see right away, and as you've done more, obviously, the graph would fill out. You can actually click individual and see all the individual scores that each person put, or you can click spreadsheet and it will download it into a spreadsheet for you so you can see each person's questions and their answers, which is a really nice feature if you need to now put this into PowerSchool or put it on their report cards, or just send it to parents to let them know. You obviously wouldn't send them everyone's grade, but let the kids know if they forgot to click that See My Score, then this is how they would know what they made on that quiz. So thank you so much for joining me today for Super Google Quizzes. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at alethea._setzer@charleston.k12.sc.us or reach out to me on Twitter at @ecsetzer. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.